Intro time. Don't get scared now. All right.
You're the man of the house. Don't get
Don't get
scared now.
scared now. Shake the cobwebs a little bit. We're back at it.
Bring your own cup. Hard rocking kings with a full plate. Heels and quads, you can't run late.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Heels and Quads. And yes, you're seeing this right. We are on a recurring theme. 2 weeks now. Are you seeing that correctly? Yes, we are back in the saddle again to talk about some more music shenanigans and life shenanigans. I'm Levi, of course, accompanied by Tommy as per usual, because it wouldn't be Heels and Quads without Tommy and Levi. Well, and Tommy doing videos, actually doing videos.
Well,
And
I haven't done a video since our last episode, so
like you said, when you cranked out a bunch of videos and then was like,
yeah. Yeah.
ugh.
And then we did an episode and I'm like, that ought to hold some people over for a while.
Yeah, there you go. We got we got it handled. But yeah, we both had some free time, I guess. I mean, you did obviously because I texted you and was like, "Hey, you want to do an episode?"
And
Got
like
connected
I said
myself.
before we started recording, I thought about asking you this morning
Yes,
if you wanted to do an episode, but it's a Sunday and it's usually typically family day and
it's the day of the Sabbath, all that
yeah,
stuff.
come to the Sabbath. But usually on a day like today, I see posts from your wife, you guys out in a oot and a boot, as me and my
Boot and
wife say,
boot.
oot and a boot, doing things. So I was like, yeah, I'll hold off. I'll give
Yeah.
him a Sunday.
You know, you would have caught me on a real good day where I would have been like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for sure."
I didn't know
So,
when your last BM was, so I didn't know what kind of mood you'd be in.
pretty weak one this morning, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get there. So, once we get it all cleaned out, we'll be back.
Once
But
we clean the pipes.
clean the pipes a little bit. But yeah, I was. It's one of those nights where my wife took the kid and went to her friend's house, and of course, now being a dad, all I worry about is little girl's bedtime and how I want her in bed on a routine. I don't like messing with her routine, but it'll be okay. It's just one night. But yeah, it's weird. Like you kind of when you get free time after you've been in this, now a little over a year, going on 13 months of this cycle of having a child and the workday routine, the weekend routine, all that, and then you have a moment of time and you're like, what do I do
Yeah.
exactly?
I love when you text me for like I don't see it like you said advice. I don't see it so much as advice as like you want to know that you're like we think the same way. Like it's not just you
Yeah,
thinking that
yeah,
because 9 times out of
yes.
10 we're kind of on the same plane as far as
Same spectrum, if you
yeah,
will.
yeah. If there's a spectrum, we're definitely it.
If we're,
Um,
yeah, we are it. We are
but
not
yeah,
on it. We are it.
no, we are the
Yeah.
spectrum. But no, you said, what do you do when you have a night to yourself? And I was like, stare into the abyss. Because I mean, it's like, okay, I can watch whatever I want to watch. I can listen to whatever I want to listen to as loud as I want to listen to it. I can play guitar if I want loudly, or I can
Yeah.
just go to fucking sleep. And usually it's like I'm in bed by like 8 if I'm by myself.
Yeah.
But that's rare. But my older two kids are on spring break in Colorado, and then the little one's in there playing
He's
games or
independent.
whatever he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird to have time and availability. And I was like, you kind of look through your phone and you go, wait, I don't have any friends. I'm like, Tommy's a friend, I guess. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So first up, this is what I talked about on the show last time. I got this for my wife for her. I guess this would actually be our anniversary present to her, but she also likes vinyl, so she's scared to play them because she's afraid she's gonna scratch them and mess them up. Not so much the player, she's scared she's actually gonna mess the records up. So she makes me put
Oh,
hers on.
okay.
But so first up, the new one from Lady Gaga,
Yes.
Mayhem. Awesome
Lady
fucking
Gaga
album, dude.
Mayhem.
And I always joke, and we always joke about Lady Gaga must be a fan of the show because we bitched like all last year that she needs to put something new out.
And then she put out a new
And
album.
then she
Yeah.
waits for us not to do shows for a while, and then she puts out a new album because I think she wanted us to talk about it.
Yeah.
Is
I
basically
think
what it
so.
was.
And
So
it's
Steffi G step up their game a little
Steph
bit.
with an F.
Yeah,
Steph with
Steph
an
with an
F
F.
and a G. That one will eventually hit the shelf here, but I
Yeah.
have not. I've obviously listened to it on Spotify a couple of times, and it's definitely like the first half. None of it's bad, but the first half of it is the most memorable for me. It's just bang. It's kind of just banger
It's
after
front
banger.
loaded,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's front loaded for sure. The second half is not bad. The last song is whatever that one she put out recently with Bruno Mars was. I guess
Yeah.
it's been out a while
Yeah.
now. Because when I saw it on Spotify, it had like a billion views or a billion listens or something. And I was like, I didn't remember that they did that together. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
it's
on
a
there.
good song, but yeah, I like that more like electronic dancey Lady Gaga
Yeah,
pop.
yeah, I do too. I know I
I don't even
texted
know
you,
what to
but
call
like
it.
she's kind of her own
She's
pop,
her
I
own
guess, because
thing. Yeah.
she's pop, but not like she always said she wanted to be the Iron Maiden of like she loved Iron Maiden and stuff. So I was like, I like this chick a lot.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers was like, oh, talk about a butterface, and I was like, dude, you can't tell me if Lady Gaga is like, let's go on a date. You're not gonna
Yeah.
say no to that. But I think she's gorgeous.
I think
But I got a thing for Italian chicks,
yeah.
so
Yeah. And like at first I don't know what it is about when bands or artists are super popular at first. I can't stand them at all. But like
yeah,
she grew on me over time because I'm like, okay, these are like these are just good
just
songs.
good songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And not to beat the Taylor Swift dead horse thing, but it's like that's just like not my style
it's
of
not my cup of tea,
it,
man. That's
it
it.
just doesn't
Yeah.
click. It's nothing against her, but
No,
anyways,
I
Lady Gaga's
appreciate.
just fun, like
Yeah,
dance
yeah.
music. And I like
Perfect
80s, 80s,
celebrity. I
80s
love
dance
Perfect
music, and it's
Celebrity.
very 80s vibey.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. She came back with a solid album, and I think I said on the last one, I've not listened to Joanne still. I just never have.
Yeah.
I know she kind of did what she
That's
wanted to
more of
do
like
with
a
that.
singer-songwriter kind of thing.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
really good. It is a
Her
really good
Star
album.
is Born stuff was really
Yeah.
good. Just anything Lady Gaga does.
Yeah.
It even got me watching the her and Metallica doing Moth into Flame at the Grammys because she was loving it. And they talked about it on Howard Stern where like she showed up like she was rehearsing without pants on.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, she's just Lady Gaga is so fucking
Cool
cool, man.
chick you'd want to hang out with.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like it'd be like she's like she could be one of the boys, but you could also fall in love with her. You
Yeah.
know, like yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, I
so
get it.
that's cool, man. I'm jelly. I'm jelly of that
Yeah.
album. I need to get it at
And
some
we
point.
got the album that was like the co-release with the Joker 2 movie, the Harlequin album.
Oh,
And it's
okay,
like it's just her doing a bunch of like old standards like when the Saints go marching in and shit like that. And like it's cool
okay,
because it's her, but it's like it's
yeah.
also kind of like
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it either, but I wanted to get Amanda the record just so she'd
Yeah,
have it in her collection. But I'm like,
yeah.
this is kind of like we listened to it once and I haven't, but I was like afterwards, I was like, I just kind of think I wasted $35. So, but it's a
Man,
nice like red, like kind of like almost burgundy colored vinyl. So yeah, but this is just the black vinyl because I wanted this cover because the other one she doesn't have eyebrows and I didn't like it.
I like that cover. I think that cover's the best one
Yeah, I think it's kind of
with the
metal.
broken mirror or whatever. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very metal. It's
With
dope.
Mayhem as the album title. That's sick.
Yeah, and she looks very attractive.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So my first, not in order, any particular order, but my one of my fairly recent ones.
I don't
Kiss
even know
Alive
if I
2.
know you got. I don't think you told me you got it.
Well, I don't think I did tell you. I texted you about it, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Kiss Alive 2 for $20." There's still the tag on it, 19.99. Picked it up
Did
at
you?
Block Street here
Oh,
local.
okay.
Yeah,
It's an OG though, right?
it is an OG. Yep,
Nice.
Casablanca. It's got some wear on it, but I've listened to the whole first disc. I don't think I listened to the second LP of it yet.
Well, and the second LP, the second side is studio tracks.
All American Man, Rockin' in the USA, all that studio.
And
So are they new
Rocket, yeah, at
as
that
of
time they
this?
were new, yeah.
Okay.
And Rocket
Huh.
Ride to me is the best Ace Frehley song.
Okay, sweet,
Yeah.
dude. I literally didn't know that. So
He's
I
the
will probably spin it
spaceman, and it's a
tonight.
double entendre with
Rocket with
fucking
with his
yeah,
Willie and him,
yeah,
but I love Alive too, man. They had Alive 1, I think it was like 40.
yeah.
And I remember I specifically like Alive 2. I know that's somebody said on Critical Kiss that was their favorite Kiss record.
Yeah. Yep.
Which was that?
Brant.
Brant
Brant.
said that was
Yeah.
so. There you go. Yeah, check it out,
Yeah,
Brant. I got
because
your favorite now, dude.
that was the first album that was released after he became a Kiss fan.
Probably my favorite. I can't say I remember much of a live one, so I can't say my favorite alive. But
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
I would
Alive
say
is the one that broke them. Was Alive, the original Alive.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, that's always going to be like the one that gets talked about the most. I
Yeah.
tend to lean more towards Alive 2, and actually, I like Alive 3 a lot. So,
Well, they had a pretty stacked. Alive one came after what, like 3 albums,
yeah,
4 albums.
yeah,
So this is a pretty stacked catalog of music at this
yeah.
point.
So
And three is good too. I
yeah,
have the
that's
CD.
the next three. So that's Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, and Love Gun on
Yes.
Alive
Okay.
2. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So
Because
there's
I
like
think
yeah.
that was going to be the trend, and then they ended up breaking up in '80 when Peter left.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, let's see what you got next,
All
man.
right.
Rockin'
This
Alive 2.
this one's a weird one, another pop release, but I love this album. I had the 45 of the hit song off of this, but Billy Ocean, Suddenly,
Yes.
Caribbean Queen, Lover Boys also on this. That was the other big hit, and then the title track,
Okay.
Suddenly, kind of a slower,
Billy
I guess
Ocean.
mid tempo, but yeah, Caribbean Queen's always always been one of my favorite like '80s dance songs. And I always share it on the Heels and Quads stories whenever I come across the reel of like me in the grocery store when this banger comes on and it's Caribbean Queen. Caribbean Queen, now we're sharing the same dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
because I was
song
like, I'm
fucking
not familiar with
rules.
that. Billy Ocean. Hold
Yeah.
on. Okay, it's in a song and it's making sense now. She says something about hold on here. Get Low, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. He says something about Billy Ocean. Maybe it's Salt Shaker. Maybe it's Salt Shaker. Yeah, here we go. Salt shaker, shake it like a salt shaker, shake it like a salt shaker. Yeah, skeet so much they call her Billy Ocean. That's one of the things that started crying, kind of flow wide open. Skeet so much they call her Billy Ocean. That's I don't know. Does Billy Ocean skeet a lot or
I
something?
guess so. I mean, look at him.
I think he's making the ladies skeet a little
Yeah.
bit. That's
Yeah,
it.
and that video is so cool because it's in like a fucking like techno disco type room and he's like up on this like platform stage and it's all lit up and
The
shit.
Caribbean Queen.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
badass, dude.
yeah. You sent it to me, I think,
Yeah.
right? Or no, I looked it up when you sent me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because I sent you a picture of the next that one and then the next two laid
And then the
out.
next two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Billy Ocean, man. Rock it. I like
Yeah.
it. Vinyl is going to get me into collecting stuff that I wouldn't normally listen to as well. So like Thelonious Monk or something. Like I need some
Hmm.
jazz.
Yeah.
So one of my eBay pickups, it's an OG as well, Rock and Roll Over from
Hey,
Kiss. So
some
and
would
it's
say
got
it's the best Kiss album of all time.
really
Yeah.
okay. Well, I like it a lot. It's very
That's I think I ranked that number 5
okay.
because
Yeah,
mine goes Love Gun, obviously Creatures of the Night, Hotter Than Hell because that swapped with the debut, and then yeah, Rock and Roll Over.
Hotter Than Hell. There's two locally for $20 that are OGs that I kind of want to get Hotter Than Hell because I was texting you the other day that I don't know. I don't think I know much off that album, but Calling Doctor Love's and it's an old classic for me
Mm-hmm.
of like when I was skateboarding and stuff. And one of my buddies was like, "I want that to be my song if we ever do a skate video." And I was like, "That's a good skate video
Yeah.
song, like a really
Well,
good."
and that cover, man. I mean, that's
Yeah, it's so
even
sweet.
if
You
you
got
weren't a
Ace
Kiss
with
fan,
the
you've seen that image before.
Yep, Gene looking like a straight demon. Peter Criss looking like a cat. Paul Stanley with his, and then
And
Ace
there
being
and there is
spaceman.
a printing error variant of that album, and Paul has a blue teardrop.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Huh.
believe Block Street had a
Ace.
copy of that at one point.
This one I got from Block Street, so this is not the one,
Yeah,
but
it was like up on the wall. The
okay.
the one with the blue
Oh,
tier.
it would have
Yeah.
been a rare one.
Yeah,
Got it.
I think
So
they were if I remember correctly, I zoomed in, I think they said like 175 or 200, which I probably would have paid that.
It's an OG, so it's got some wear on it too. But I'm not too worried about the like my if I get Kiss albums from the 70s and 80s and they got wear on them, that's just cool to
The
me. That's
thing
like an
is,
old
though,
book.
is even like if they're originals, even if they've got some hairline scratches on it or whatever,
Yeah,
and they were just, it was a different time. They were pressed better
yeah,
back then.
yeah.
Now you get one and you got to cross your fingers that it's not warped or something brand new in the package and doesn't have a,
Static to death from the
yeah,
warehouse,
it's
or
bad,
yeah.
man. I mean, I've got a couple where I probably should have just sent them back and didn't.
Alive two's got some crispiness to it. We were doing the little one's room when I was playing Rock and Roll Over, so I need to give it another spin.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Speed, or is it Mr. Speed? Yeah, Mr. Speed was a cool song too. I think
I
you're right.
told you, man.
It could have been a hit, man. It's got Rock and Roll Over's got a lot of the bluesy influence in it for sure.
Yeah. And
From what I gathered listening to it.
when you ordered that, I said, or when you got it, I said Mr. Speed should have been a hit, and then you sent me the video of Mr. Speed playing.
Of Mr. Speed. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool albums, man. You got me on the I'm getting into collecting the Kiss stuff. Like with along with Maiden, Metallica, Kiss is up there for there's also Dress to Kill at Block Street for like $18 and I if it's still there, I think I might grab it next time.
yeah, that's not
Dress to
bad.
Kill's rock and roll all night, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah. Which
and
is like
She, which is my third favorite Kiss song. Bam,
okay.
bam, 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 but down, down, do 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 do
Dude,
do.
rock and roll all night's one that like I like it, but it's kind of like
I don't ever have to
it's
hear it
Number of
again.
the Beast, it's Enter Sandman. I don't need to hear that song. It's like the last
Which, I
song
mean,
on
out
last
of
night.
those three, honestly, I still play Number of the Beast all the time.
Yeah, Number of the Beast is still. I
Yeah,
mean, that's my
yeah.
but
Run to the
it's got
Hills,
that
all
it's
that.
got that effect on it where I'm
Yeah.
just like I don't have to hear it, but like when I'm spinning it, I'll obviously listen. I'm not going to
Wow,
change the
wow,
track. So,
wow.
all
Wow, wow,
right, what do you
wow.
got next, man? What's your third
Oh, it's me?
pickup?
Me
Yeah,
already?
you're up. Me
Um,
already?
this
Shout
one,
out to Ernie Ball.
so shout out to Ernie Ball. I actually need to change the strings on Paul, actually, and I
Ooh,
have some Ernie
I just got
balls.
it. I just got an order update from eBay. We'll talk about it a
Hey
little later.
now. Um, so this one I got one of this artist's records last summer because I needed some more 80s dance. Well, this isn't 80s dance. This is more of like the 70s glam era of this artist, David Bowie, Diamond Dogs, featuring, of course,
Ah.
Rebel Rebel in
Rebel, rebel.
1984 and all that stuff. But yeah, classic album that is one of those ones where we talked about last time. People always say you need Dark Side of the Moon, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This is another one that comes up all the time, but I happen to agree with it because it's one that you put on and you listen to the whole thing straight through the way that it was intended to be listened to.
1984 is a hit off that one?
Not a hit, just a bigger
One of the
known.
bigger songs.
Yeah.
Okay, Rebel Rebel Diamond Dogs in 1984 says it's the singles, but
Oh, okay. It was a
that's
single.
got yeah, but there's quite a few songs that are highlighted like on the track list. So I'm sure
Yeah.
there's just a bunch of 7-inch
Well,
that
yeah,
came out,
it's
but
just it's a classic. It's one of those like Rolling Stone 500 greatest and all that they always put out.
yeah. I need to
Um,
get some Bowie as well. That
yeah,
goes along with that like I don't know, vinyl makes you appreciate music that you just need to listen to, you know.
yeah,
So,
because it, like we talked about last time, it's a different experience of
it
listening.
is.
It's like listening. If you could listen to a song that you've heard a million times, but when you hear that song in the album format
Yeah.
on vinyl, the way it was originally made for, with these classic bands, obviously, it makes a
Yeah.
huge difference.
Funny enough, Diamond Dogs came out in 1974, but they have a song called 1984.
Right?
So David Bowie was looking at the future.
Yeah, always.
Always. You always should be. Am I up?
You're up.
Some Bowie Diamond Dogs. It's hard to top a little Bowie. I went ahead. I was looking for an OG, but then it was at Block Street, the local record store, and I had to go ahead and get the 2015 remaster of Iron Maiden Killers. So it's very clean. I love how clean this
Was it new
package
sealed or
is.
was it
Yeah, new
used
sealed.
remastered?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, new
That
sealed. You
that's
got
kind
the
of my thing. If I'm gonna get a remaster, I want to open it I don't want a
Yeah,
used
yeah,
remaster.
and they sound great.
Yeah, they do.
The remasters sound really good. I was looking for an OG, like I said, on eBay, but I couldn't.
It was
I
there.
mean, it was, yeah. They were on eBay, but that was there, and I was like, as long as I get a couple OG maidens, because I'm collecting the first, the strong 7 albums of it, the
Hmm.
first very strong part of the catalog. I want to get all that.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna have a cutoff for Maiden or just not get the Blaze albums.
They're so hard to get,
And
those
not that I
90s
don't
ones.
like Blaze's voice, I don't know, man. I
There's some
just
good stuff on those albums,
Yeah.
though.
And
There
I mean, I
is.
listened to them when I was editing, your videos on those.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, it was the time, man. Just a lot of classic bands around the mid 90s. It was just a different vibe.
Yeah.
They were trying to be what was popular at the time.
Well, and Steve Harris he was in a pretty dark period at that time. Like, I think he had just lost his father. He was dealing with
Yeah.
a divorce or something like that. Like, he had some dark shit going on. So there's some pretty dark songs. But one of my favorites off the X Factor, the deep cut, I think it's 2 a.m. I don't know why that song just hits so hard,
I
man. Like, it's
actually
not even
watched a video that song came up
really
just the
2
last
a.m.
couple of
I
days.
get
Yeah.
home at 2. It's,
And they
yeah,
said
Lord of the
out of the Blaze
Flies.
songs that was one of their favorites.
It's a really cool song. I like the Blaze albums. Virtual 11 is definitely the weaker. I think that was my bottom
I think it was.
album. And it sucks that the Blaze stuff gets thrown on the bottom, but it's like, man, we had Paul Diano, and the first two Maiden albums it's Maiden, but it's so punk because of Paul.
I like
And
that.
then yeah, and the Blaze stuff, Blaze fit well in that dark time period because he's
Hmm.
kind of a darker guy, but then, yeah, I want to get the Brave, like, I'm debating my next big or more expensive album. I want it to be like one of the double LPs of Maiden, just to start knocking them out,
Yeah.
like the 2000s and up, because they're all pretty long. Fear of the Dark's a double LP too, I think,
Yeah,
because it's
it
so
is.
long.
I've got
Yeah,
to get the debut. I've got to get No Prayer for the Dying and Fear of the Dark. And
yeah,
then I'll probably end up getting Brave New World before
it's so good.
Fear of the
It's Brave
Dark
New World's so good.
and I got to get Live After Death because I've got 14 copies of that in
Yeah.
my watch list, which we're gonna go through as well.
Yeah, yeah, I have the DVD and the CD, and I need that album
Is
as
it
well.
is
So
it me now?
yeah,
Okay. This one was I was trying to decide because I had uh Thin Lizzy Jailbreak also in my pile because these I bought in person. Um, these were except for Lady Gaga, but these next three were local place flashbacks. But I had Thin Lizzy Jailbreak, but it was kind of a shitty copy, and it was still like $18. So I was like, ugh. I was like, I'll wait because I was like, I really want this because I love that cover and that. I mean, Thin Lizzy's a great band.
so yeah,
Um, and I know that's like their most popular because it has Boys Are Back in Town and Jailbreak, but the whole album
yeah.
is great. It also has Emerald on it. This next one I had to get it $14 for a promo copy of Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare.
When you say it's a promo copy, what do you mean? What does that mean?
Right there, that sticker. So this was sent to radio stations
Oh, suggested cuts for airplay. Okay,
and it
gotcha.
says, yeah,
No shit. So that's something that radio stations would play.
yep.
That album
And
itself.
that
Wow.
to me, that is why it's in such great shape because DJs took care of their shit.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool, man. So what is that? Let's look at that one. What's that one called again?
Welcome to My Nightmare.
That's right. Cooper, welcome.
It's got Welcome to My Nightmare, Only Women Bleed.
I always think of
It's the concept album. It was also produced by Bob Ezrin, who did Kiss Destroyer, Pink Floyd The Wall, Kiss
yeah.
the Elder,
Okay.
Kiss Revenge.
Yeah, not a lot of those are. Oh, Cold Ethel. That was he played that live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a popular one as well.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a cool pickup, man. Cooper needs
yeah,
to be in the collection as well. That's
yeah.
Do you have any other Alice Cooper, and do you have any other David Bowie?
I have David Bowie, Let's Dance,
Oh, that's what
and
you
then
said. That's
and
right.
then I have Alice live, whatever from the 70s.
Okay.
But it's like it's called the Alice Cooper Show.
Okay.
It's a cool album. I mean, it's got all the hits on it on Billion Dollar Baby, School's Out, all that shit.
Yeah. Let's what did he say? Let's swing. Let's swing. Da, 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 da. Do,
Put on
do,
your red shoes and
da, da,
dance
da,
the
da, da, da,
blues.
da. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Bowie's the man.
And Let's Dance also has and when I get excited, my little China girl, she says, "Oh baby, just you shut your mouth." He almost
I'm not
sounds
familiar with that
he
one.
almost sounds like fucking Peter Steele on that part.
Oh,
Oh
drink
baby,
from the
just shut your
goblet.
mouth.
Ooh, I almost bought a there's a typo negative collection called None More Negative on vinyl, and I almost bought it. It's $200, but
It's like Spinal Tap, None More Black.
yeah, I was only gonna be buying it for World Coming Down because until they repress that, it's nearly impossible to get that. And
Yeah.
I really like World Coming Down, their 1999 album. It's very dark, but God, it's got some fucking awesome songs on it. Pete Steele was just a master of songwriting.
Agreed.
Okay. All right, so my next pickup turns out it's kind of like a bootleg UK pressing type thing. It's an unofficial release, quote unquote, but it is self-titled Alice in Chains 1995 album. 1995, I believe, is their last album.
Yeah, I think.
Their last with Lane.
Yeah.
It is otherwise known as Tripod, I guess people call it in the vinyl collecting community or the Alice in Chains community. But it is definitely a bootleg because normally there would be Columbia right here and there would be Columbia right here. And yeah, when I scanned it on Discogs, it says unofficial release. It was like $45 or something. But I was like, wait a second. My inexperience, I was like, this is going for like 500 on eBay. I
Yeah.
should get it. But I did play it the other day. Finally, I had it in the packaging for days, and I did play it, and it had some. That's when I was texting you. It had some definite skippy kind of stuff going on, but then after further review, there was a lot of shavings still on it.
Yeah.
Coming off the press.
And that's why I said to you, did you clean it?
Did you clean it? And I need to clean it. So, but it sounds. Otherwise, it sounds good. I think the master is a little funky because it's not like it's sounds good, but the master's kind of
it's probably ripped from a CD.
yeah. It's a little. I don't want to say muddy, but it's just not clean. Like I would imagine if whoever has the original press, it sounds great. And that sounds good, but it is definitely like a bootlegish, unofficial release, whatever. But it said it was a UK press of some kind, so I don't know.
That's just their way of getting around. It's a bootleg. They make it sound fancy, you know?
Because it hasn't been repressed. But this year, a lot of people are hoping for a 30th anniversary repress because it's so that's I've seen it in some Reddit discussions and stuff. Because anyways, good album though, but not my favorite Alice in Chains album. But it's good.
And the video you sent me of, I don't remember what song it was, but the video, it sounded pretty good through the phone speaker. So, I mean, whatever, who cares? And then my last pickup, this album I was talking about when we were ending the show last time. I got an offer on eBay and it was too good to be true. So the debut album from Wasp.
Yeah, man.
Featuring Blackie Lawless and Chris Holmes and all that. I Want to Be Somebody. Love
That's
Machine.
an OG?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's cool, dude.
The remake.
Wanna be somebody,
dude,
be somebody
and that
soon.
drum fill when it comes just
dude, I forget how badass Wasp is until you sent me that and I played it. I was like, Wasp is badass.
Yeah.
When you said it's got Blackie on it, is there a point in Wasp where he's not in it anymore?
No.
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know a lot of that glamish stuff like that. So
and the guitar player's name is other guitar player. Chris Holmes is the main guitar player. He's the one on Decline of Western Civilization that just starts drinking the vodka in the pool.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool.
And then the other guitar player's name is Randy Piper.
Randy
So
Piper.
I just always want to assume they called him Rowdy Randy.
Rowdy Randy Piper. That's a good pickup, man. Like
Yeah.
that would be of what well, Gaga, the Alice Cooper one. That's kind of one that like after listening to a couple of those songs on Spotify, I was like, dude, that's a good album.
Yeah,
That's their debut, you said?
it's super good. This one and then the second one is Last Command. That one's really
Yeah.
good too. And then the third is Electric Circus. And then I believe it's Crimson Idol, which is like a concept album.
Okay.
Tells a story about a
Yeah.
kid that gets mistreated. Um, which it's super dark, but it's a really good album. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I think if I'm definitely gonna get Last Command, but if I get more, I'll cut it off at Crimson Idol probably. Because after that, like
Wasp.
it gets Blackie finds religion and all that stuff. So not really my thing.
Yeah. The
Not that there's
Neon
anything wrong
God.
with that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
anybody's sobriety any way they can get it if they need it.
And religion and whatever. It says Blackie's with them still.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I thought you said like he was
He,
left the
he
band
no no
or
no
something.
no. I mean he is Wasp basically.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. That's what I
Um,
thought.
and he's the only member technically still in it.
Okay, I get the names mixed up. Of I always when I hear Richie, I'll hear Richie Blackmore and
Yeah,
think Blackie Lawless, and Blackie Lawless and think Richie Blackmore. Richie
yeah.
Blackmore is Rainbow,
Rainbow,
I think.
Deep Purple.
Deep Purple. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Need to get some Deep Purple on vinyl too. Speaking
yeah.
of, I did see Nazareth, Hair of the Dog
I've
for 11
got a
bucks.
bunch of Deep Purple in my watch list
Oh, really? Dude, Deep
because,
Purple's freaking
well,
awesome.
because David Coverdale was the singer of Deep Purple for 3 albums, so
Yeah.
those are the ones in my watch list.
And then one of the singers was Sabbath in the 90s or something. Or somebody from
Uh,
Deep Purple with
Ian
him.
Gillan.
Ian Gillan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy. Yep, they had that one at Block Street too. Okay, my final pickup, actually, this would be my most recent too. It just came the other day. Working on finishing my Metallica catalog. We got Reload.
Do you have
I,
you have Load already?
I have Load, yep. And
Which I saw you pull it
always
out
love the
last time,
back
but you
of it.
didn't show it.
Oh, I'll show it here.
Well,
I'll
if you're gonna
show
have one, you got to
Load.
have the other.
Yes, because they
Show us your
are.
Load
I will
and
show you
then
my load
Reload.
and my piss. The load and the piss. But yeah, load is definitely the stronger of the two for sure.
I don't know. I
I
kind of
like,
liked Reload.
dude. You know, a reload. People really rag on it. It does have a lot of like what could just be kind of B sides or outtakes, whatever, like rarities. But like the first four songs, "Fuel," "Memory Remains," "Devil's Dance," "Unforgiven 2," freaking awesome. Like that's the highlight. Slither, it has this. They're in the same like scale and area on the fretboard in this album, but Slither, it's kind of one of their knockoff riffs of other riffs, but it's something about it, man. Where Wild Things Are, Jason Newsted, writing credit on that, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Charming,
That was in my notes
Kazarian.
that I lost of the
Oh
episode
yeah,
that we
that
never did.
was actually one of his writing credits.
I had detailed notes, like 5 or 6 pages of notes I wrote
Very
out.
detailed.
Yeah.
So the last song, it's called Fixer with 3 X's because they have to be edgy.
Yeah.
Last song on Load is Outlaw Torn. Outlaw Torn and Fixer are almost like first movie, second movie. They're like
Sister
Fixer's like a
songs.
sequel. Yeah, they really are. Like Fixer's like a sequel to Outlaw Torn. Between the two, it's probably 14 minutes of music. Like they're definitely long song or more, maybe 15, 16. But they both have this riff with like a note that they don't use a lot in their music, so it's interesting. But yeah, Reload's a cool record, man. It gets a lot of hate. It is one of the weaker Metallica albums because aside from like 5 or 6 songs on it, it's pretty, whatever. But I don't hate it. It's just like Load. People hate Load, but the first it's front loaded, kind of like you said with Gaga, that Gaga album, but very much more like Load is very front loaded. And the second half has a couple decent little songs, but
Yeah.
go back and watch our episode. We kind
Yeah.
of picked out what we would do for that if
Yeah.
we were making it into one album. And then actually, funny enough, I got on Reddit and I got my post taken down because I said, if they were one album, what would be the songs? And got a lot of comments and stuff, but they took it down. I guess it was too similar to other posts. People post that a lot in the
Yeah.
Metallica subreddit. But then, did I say this on the last episode? I did a Reddit post on the Metallica subreddit because as I've been collecting their vinyl, I was on a kick. It's kind of coming out of it now until I get Master Puppets and Saint Anger. And I did a post that was, what's the strongest of the modern era Death Magnetic Hardwired 72 Seasons? Dude, it's got like 600 likes and like hundreds of comments on it. Like
Wow.
it kind of popped off on Reddit. Hold on, if I can get to the right app.
Should have
I've
put a
just
little
opened-
tag into the show on there.
I should have, man. Here, let me bring it up here. 675 upvotes and 449 comments.
Nice.
It actually really popped off. I put which of the new albums is best. To me, these are the newer era. With the ones with Robert. Death Magnetic. Death Magnetic was kind of like overwhelmingly like everybody's favorite, but I'm pretty partial to Hardwired as well. So, anyways, I've been on, like I think I mentioned on the last one. I know I did. I've been on a bit of a Metallica bender, and every time I start learning songs on guitar, I always have to cycle back through all the Metallica songs I know because it keeps me warmed up. But yeah, so Master of Puppets and Saint Anger is all I have left for studio albums from Metallica.
Nice.
And I guess we'll get to our eBay stuff, but
Are
I'll kind
you
of tell.
now? Are you counting garage days? Wouldn't you need that? 'Cause
Yeah,
they have had that at Walmart in the past
yeah, I
couple of
saw
years.
it. I know, I saw it. It's like a 4 LP or
Yeah.
something. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
I do want to get that. I would say original studio content.
Yeah.
I will be almost done with. I will get Garage Days. I want S&M, obviously. Yeah, S&M 1 and 2. And then that'll kind of be it. No Lulu for me. I'm going to pass on that.
I'll pass
I've
on
never
the
listened
Lulu.
to it.
I haven't
Yeah,
either, honestly.
I've never
And
done it.
I
Everybody
like Lou
rips on it,
Reed, but
yeah,
no.
but that's where I'm at there. So, and then I guess we can talk up and that's our recent 5 pickups.
Yeah. We
I
won't
guess we
say what
talked-
we have coming.
Won't say what we have coming.
We won't
Okay.
say what we have
Okay.
coming. That way we can show those on the next episode.
Okay, all right.
In
we'll
6
say
months.
watch list.
Yeah, watch list. Let's do
Okay.
watch list.
Okay, I have an album coming tomorrow that I might do. I'd like to do some opening, unboxing stuff
Okay.
like that. I
Yeah,
have
do
coming
that,
tomorrow.
and then but then we can still talk about it on the next show.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do
Yeah.
our recent pickups. I got that coming tomorrow, and then I just got a notification of an estimated delivery of this Wednesday to April 1st delivery. So on the second album that'll be coming, which I'm going to lean more towards April, I'm sure. 'cause
God,
it's
I
been
have
taking
so
a little
much
bit.
shit in here.
Oh, the watch list?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Well, and some
Pretty
of it's
hefty.
not albums. Like I've got some posters and a couple of things that I saved for the wife in case I run out of ideas for birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, whatever other days you get fucking gifts on.
Yeah, every day. Easter basket.
Yeah.
Baddies.
Oh yeah, maybe I should do that. There's a couple of little things on here I could get her for a little Easter basket.
Yeah, there we go.
Put it in her
I
Little
like it.
Mermaid igloo cooler she takes as her lunchbox.
Yeah.
Thing was 50
Okay.
fucking dollars for a little igloo cooler
Hey, at
with
least
Little
she's-
Mermaid on it.
Is she a Stanley collector?
No, she has
Okay,
cups
I don't
like
get the
that,
Stanley
but
thing.
she doesn't get the name. She gets them off TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, okay. I
They're
don't
like
do
20 bucks or something.
The obsession with Stanley's is kind of weird. But
It's
yeah,
weird.
what do you got on the watch list? I got a couple off the top of my head I'll spout
Okay,
off
okay.
too.
These top 3, which 2 of them are the same album. Rolling Stone Sticky Fingers with the zipper that opens up the jeans. And then the next one that is 2 I'm watching, same price, but the condition's a little different, so I'm toying with that. See if maybe I can talk somebody
Okay.
down a couple of dollars. It's called Hard Goods. It's a 2 LP set put out by Warner
Okay.
Brothers, who was the original distributor for Casablanca. And then after the first Kiss album, when Kiss wouldn't take the makeup off, Warner dropped them. But it's called
Okay.
Hard Goods, and it's said to be released technically before the debut album. So it's the first album to have a Kiss recorded song on it,
Okay.
and it's just Strutter from the first album. But for
And what is that again?
it's
I was
called
zoned out. I'm
oh,
sorry.
you're good. It's called Hard Goods. It's
Okay.
like a compilation like they used to put out in the
Okay.
70s.
That's what I
But
thought
it
you were saying was a
yeah,
compilation of some
but it
sort.
has
Yeah.
Strutter on it. It has like Marshall Tucker
Strutter.
Band, Bob Seger, Deep Purple's on it. Anyways,
Nice.
after that, I have 6 copies of Rat Dancing Undercover
Just keeping
because,
an eye on them.
yeah, well, I'm trying to get a good deal on it, and I really don't want to
Yeah.
have to pay $28 for a copy of a Rat album. Not that it's not
Yeah.
worth it because I love Rat, but Ziggy Stardust, some more Bowie,
Yeah.
because I feel like I need that. Deep Purple Stormbringer with David Coverdale on lead vocals.
Okay.
Elvis live at Madison Square Garden. I have it on CD, but I don't have it on vinyl, which is weird because I have a shit ton of Elvis. Both Vinnie Vincent Invasion albums. The
Okay.
one's 46, one's 27. Definitely doable on the 27. A couple Alcatraz albums featuring Graham Bonnet, who I just interviewed. Go back and check that video out. Uh, Pavarotti's greatest hits for something a
Okay.
little different. I've got Ingve, a couple of Ingves on here. King Diamond,
Ingvay.
King Diamond Abigail, Dawkins Breaking the Chains, Michael Schenker Group, MC5, Kick Out the Jams.
Oh, dude, MC5's good to have on the.
Uh,
You got a good little watch list, man. Damn.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Sparks, which I've fell in love with since COVID. Um, Halloween 1 and 2 soundtracks. A Canadian band called Max Webster. Deep Purple Burn. That's like the big one with Coverdale. Um,
Okay.
White Snake Live in the Heart of the City. Temple of the Dog.
Ooh, Temple of the Dog. Only one
Not
release.
not really my usual purchases, but
Yeah,
I
that's
love that
grungy.
record, dude.
Really?
It's
Okay.
so good.
It's grunge
Uh,
era, I should say.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
alternative. It's not
I'm going
grungy.
hungry.
I'm going
Dude, when that
hungry.
video came out, that was the shit, man. Uh couple more copies of
That's a surprising one.
couple more copies of Burn. Billy Idol, Charmed Life, that was his 1990 release with Cradle of Love from
Okay.
Adventures of Ford Fairlane soundtrack starring Andrew Dice Clay. Couple of Kiss Killers, more like 6 copies. Um, some Kiss posters, originals. David Lee Roth, A Little Ain't Enough. That was a 90s album, 68 fucking dollars, dude. But I need it because I have all the other solo albums. Couple more Elvis ones that I didn't have, but a couple of them are sealed. One's Japanese pressing. Misfits Project 1950 with Jerry Only
Ooh,
on
yeah,
vocals, but I
nice.
love that album, dude. Some
People
Hu
kind of ragged on it, but I've
Yeah,
never heard
I
it.
liked it. Yeah, it was cool. Human League, couple more 80s synth dance stuff. Slade Alive, which was basically the precursor to Kiss Alive.
Okay.
Aerosmith, Draw the Line. I needed some more Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Some more Kiss posters. Metallica Load.
Little
Shit
load
ton of
action. I like
some
that.
James Bond posters. Bon Jovi Lost Highway. That's kind of like their country album.
Okay.
Judas Priest Painkiller.
Dan 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 dan
Uh,
dan
couple of
dan.
Bruce albums that I don't have. Mr. Big, Lead Into It.
Okay.
Extreme Porno Graffiti. Another Bon Jovi record. Kiss, Carnival of Souls, which I'll probably just end up getting it on Amazon so I can have it in 2 days.
Yes. That'll be
Prince,
hers.
Musicology. That was like a 2000, I think that was like 2003 maybe. That was a big one though. Misfits, Earth AD, even though it's on my collection one that I want to have it separate
Yeah.
because I'm weird
I have
like
an
that.
actual copy. No, I
Yeah.
get it. I understand.
And then Paul, this is my oldest one. I've had it since I got back into collecting vinyl, and it's only $7, but I'm just letting it sit there because the guy wouldn't take it $5 for it. Paul McCartney, Give My Regards to Broad Street. It was a movie he did, and I wanted the
Okay.
soundtrack because it's just odd. That's
Damn.
it. Yeah. So
That's
I
a
got
big
quite a
watch
bit.
list, man. That's a
Yeah.
really big watch
And
list.
and
I need to
oh,
do that
and
though.
I didn't even say it because I mentioned it a couple of times, but Live After Death, there's like 8 copies on there.
Okay.
And like it's
Hmm.
all different. Like either like the sleeves fucked up or the record's a little scratched or it doesn't have the
Yeah.
insert or it doesn't have the booklet or I have a couple that have the merch forms with it, which I really want. If I can get it complete, that's how I want it.
We probably have one of the same copies of Live After Death on our watch list then,
Probably.
because I put one on there yesterday because I was in a little, I thought I had it in the bag, made in Japan. Um, I was good for 5 days, and then I was watching it and refreshing it, and it was good, and then all of a sudden I lost it by 50
Yeah.
cents, and I don't know
That's
how it
what
happened. I
happens.
never got an outbid notification, never.
Did you take my advice?
What, and do the snipe?
No, not just sniping. But you snipe at the like 10 seconds to go, but put what you are absolutely willing to pay for it because
Okay.
your winning bid will just be over whatever they pay. And if you don't,
Okay,
and if
gotcha.
it
No,
goes
I didn't do
over
that.
what your top bid would be, like
I
top
would have
dollar,
won
what
then.
you would pay for it, you probably could have
Yeah,
won.
I would have definitely won it. That's a
That's
bummer.
that's what I do at the last minute because I want the cheapest I can get it, but if I have to have
Yeah.
it, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, Made in Japan's one that I'm not like I've just always wanted it. I have
Yeah,
always ever since I
that
got into
cover is
them.
so cool
It's
too.
the cover's cool. It's got like 5 or 6 songs on it. It's like Running Free, Remember
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
it's a live
Um,
EP.
it's a live EP. That's all it is. But I like I've seen the show. I've listened to it. I want that album,
Yeah.
and so
I
I
wish
will
I would
get
have
it.
got
I
it.
have a couple on my watch list.
I saw it that one time when I got my first two Maiden, when I got Number of the
Yeah.
Beast and Killers. And it was there and I sent it to you and I was like, it's $25. And back then I didn't know what I was about to get into where 25 was nothing.
Yeah.
Or I would have just
Seriously.
got it. And
Yeah.
knowing that you want it that bad, I honestly, because that was going to be your
It's all
birthday
right.
present.
I would have, even if I wasn't listening to Vine, I would have listened to it now. But
It was between that and the Somewhere in Time repress at Walmart. I was gonna get
oh
it for you
yeah,
because we were supposed to come
yeah,
over there for your birthday,
that's
but
right.
then we didn't.
Yeah, I'll go through my Amazon save for later, and one's in my cart. Deftones self-titled album. Um, that's in my cart because it's a red vinyl, and I want that. Saint Anger, save for later. $33 on Amazon. I got one on eBay. I'm kind of watching. I need to get Saint Anger to complete the collection. Master Puppets isn't the issue. I will
Yeah,
get Master of Puppets. It's Saint Anger's kind of like if you want the some kind of orange color that Walmart did, it's like $50 and up. I've seen it for 80. Like I wish I could just run into that. So Saint Anger, Peace of Mind, 2015 remaster, but I'm working on that uh,
yeah.
copy. I Want Blood by Jerry Cantrell, his most recent studio album.
I've heard that's really
Exhibition.
good. I haven't
It
listened to
is
it yet, but I've heard
really
it's really
good.
good.
Yeah. Exhibition of Prowess from Kubla Khan, who I saw live last 2 weeks ago or whatever. Just chugs. Brave New World by Maiden. The New Order by Testament. It was one of the reissues that they just came out with, but I got Practice What You Preach, so I'll get it eventually. Architects album All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us, and For Those That Wish to Exist. S&M 2 Blu-ray, that's in there. Killswitch Engage new album, This Consequence. White Pony by Deftones. Gothic by Paradise Lost. Havoc, a more modern thrash band, their fifth album called V or 5. Megadeth, Rest in Peace, I need that. Dio, Killing the Dragon, Iron Maiden, Dance of Death, Megadeth, Dystopia, Ministry, Psalm 69, which
Is
I'll
this your
probably.
Amazon or your
This is
eBay?
my Amazon. This is my
Oh, okay,
Amazon.
okay,
Yeah. I don't have as many as you, so that's why I figured I'd go through here.
okay.
Uh, Maiden, Seventh Son of Seventh Son, Three Teeth, Index,
That
Megadeth, He
Seventh
Sells a
Sun
New
pressing is
Spine.
really good.
It's good.
Yeah,
Leprosy by Death, and then okay, so eBay, we got Live After Death, we got Life Is Killing Me, Typo Negative, Dystopia by Megadeth again, made in Japan, couple copies of those. Reload that can come off there. Paradise Lost, their
check.
first album called Lost Paradise, Saint Anger. Actually, a Megadeth Cryptic Writings CD because the vinyl's like impossible to get.
Yeah,
Testament, The Gathering, Iron Maiden, Brave New World, Deftones, Koi no Yokan, Alice in Chains, Dirt, which I'll probably just get from Walmart. They had 3 copies today. Carnivore, Retaliation, Peter Steele's band before Typo Negative.
We had a
And
texting conversation about Carnivore not too long ago.
yeah, yeah. And that is really, that's my watch list. There's a couple I got my eye on locally too. I saw Rat Out of the Cellar there. I saw some Nazareth albums, and they're all cheap.
Yeah, Nazareth
Black
is
Sabbath.
super cheap still,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
not
good.
bad. Yeah, I like it. Billy Idol. There's a couple of his albums I'm
Yeah.
watching. Some Ramones. Kiss is kind of one I'm really into right now for collecting. So, Hotter Than Hell, Dressed to Kill for sure, and then Creatures I'll get eventually because I love Creatures.
And that
What else?
half speed, I know they have the half speed remaster.
Of Creatures.
Yeah, at Block
Okay,
Street, because
at
that's
Block
the
Street.
yeah, that's the one you told me they had. Um, Especially on our turntables, it sounds really fucking good.
Okay,
My
cool.
older one, it kind of sounds like wonky, but on this one, it sounds
Because of the
really good.
speed thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of items on the watch list in person. Nirvana's first album, Bleach. I really like Bleach. Nevermind's great and everything, but Bleach is so fucking raw. I
yeah,
love that album.
it's raw and
Um,
raunchy.
all of the Alice in Chains albums, and then yeah, Jerry Cantrell's most recent one. I want his and some oddball stuff. Like we'll get more Madonna. I want the new Lady Gaga. Some Depeche Mode, some New Order, The Cure. I
Yeah,
saw a bunch of
fuck yeah,
Cure that
dude.
was hard to not grab.
I'm in the market for Bauhaus and Depeche Mode and Human League and all that kind of weird synthy uh
Yeah,
yeah, New Order,
love
all
the
that
synthy
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and
I'm
Minister
actually
and
gonna go listen to some Cure now. It's been a week
feeling it.
since I've listened to The Cure.
There
It's
we
too
go. All
long.
right.
I like listening to it at night though.
Cure at night. It's a night mode music for sure. It's
Yeah. It's
yeah.
it's my
Uh,
wind down music. It's usually the last couple of records I'll listen to at night.
okay.
It sounds
Oh
great.
yeah. I'll talk about the how I know I've showed it on the
Oh
show,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think I'm gonna open Dead again so I can listen to it. It's limited to 1,000 copies. It's the white with black and green splatter, which it's a cool
Yeah.
color. Typo's
Well,
last
if you
album.
decide to open it, record it, and then record a
Yes,
little piece
of
of it
course.
playing,
Of
and
it
I'll
playing.
I'll edit it together and throw it on the
October Rust
channel.
is open. I did open October Rust. I think it was a limited. Most of the typo stuff that they have re-released has been run out groove or limited release or whatever.
Double groove, all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah, stuff like that because it's all repressings of it. But I think it's official. It comes from Nuclear Blast and
Oh yeah,
Road
all
Rage
those
and
are
stuff.
yeah, those
So
are legit.
yeah,
Because
so
I think what was the last one you got? I think that was a record store day one, the one that's like
oh yeah,
a
the
thousand copies or whatever.
Dead Again.
Yeah, I
That's
think
their
that
last
one.
album. And then
I think that
I
one was a record store day.
Yeah, Slow Deep and Hard's a run out groove. Bloody Kisses is a run out groove. I'm pretty sure October Rust was the same like that, and then Dead Again was a record. Would be a record. So, anyways, that is our recent pickups and our recent listens and our upcoming buys, I guess, and collecting purposes and watch lists and all that good stuff. So we'll be back with more of this stuff. This has kind of been a fun format
Yeah,
to now that I'm in the vinyl world and you've been balls deep in it for a long time, but
balls motherfucking deep.
I'm hooked up. I got it. I still want to eventually move my player to the living room with a new set of speakers out there. So then I have like, because when I jam it, I have to turn it up in here so I can hear it out there. But there's a whole wall and everything. Like the way the sound travels, you can hear it, but you got to have it loud in order to
Yeah,
hear it
or you could be like
detailed.
me and
So
have three different players.
or that, like I'd like to get just an old school one of some kind and hook it up out there. One that, because this is my studio monitors and my like music setup too. But yeah, I could see a second one coming, but
Yeah.
it's a I don't know. I get a rush
It's
like buying
it's but
albums.
it's also something that like you can put it on simmer, you can slowly.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Like, oh
not
hey, I don't need
something
to
that, blah,
buy
blah,
anything.
blah.
Let's stream it digitally. They'll get
Yeah.
paid, point tenth of a penny, but
Yeah.
we can do that, and they'll kind of get paid off of it, so it helps.
Especially when you buy it on eBay because they've already got their money
Or
from
they've
that.
already been, yeah. And now buying on Amazon, I buy them new because it comes with the Prime and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So like they get a kickback on that. But
Yeah.
how much, maybe we should talk about that in an episode sometime. How much are they actually getting back on an album?
Ooh.
Because there's so
I
many
mean,
places that
it
money
was bad back
goes.
in the day. It's even
Yeah.
worse now.
Yeah, I would imagine. Like it's even touring now is hard to make money,
Mm-hmm.
for
Oh, and that's why
smaller
ticket prices
groups.
are so expensive.
Yeah, big time. So, anyways, but yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, thanks for listening. If you just listen to us while you drive or whatever, but that's our 5 most recent pickups, and hopefully in a couple weeks we'll have another one for you. I know I got 2 coming soon, and then it's likely I'll probably have another 5 by the 4 or 5 by the next time we
I
maybe
said with
maybe
this
less.
last one that I bought that I'm done for about a month, but I got a feeling that I'll
You
probably
get
pick
something.
up 4 more between now and then.
And especially if you find one that's like, oh shit, that's a deal. One of those random, you
Yeah,
go into like a state sale or
man.
whatever, something like
Yeah,
that.
if I find something that's $8 and I like it, I'm gonna get
Yes.
it. That's
Yes.
like $8. I'm not thinking it twice about it if I
That's where
want
I
it.
was with the Nazareth stuff. Like
Yeah,
Hair of the Dog was 11 and the rest of their albums were like 8 and I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, I've not listened to their other stuff, but that and just picking up and like I
Any
said, I need
anything $10 or less, if I want it, I'm
it's
getting it.
kind of like no question,
Yeah.
just get it. Yeah, cuz then
Okay,
you can
I'm
just
not gonna
go,
have 2 energy drinks today, you know?
yes, I'm not gonna have a cheeseburger. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna have like whatever. So yeah, you can justify that for sure. But then you're like, oh my god, I haven't eaten for 2 weeks because I've been
I'm withering away because I'm buying
I'm
so many
withering away because
records.
I'm getting so many records. But it's addicting and it's just the sound of it hitting that needle and
Yeah.
yeah.
The worst
So
part is when you get to the point where you're buying so many, you haven't even listened to the first one you got in that group.
yeah.
I've hit those points several times and I'm like, shit, I need to like I'll put one on that I just got and I'm like, oh yeah, I have 4 others that I haven't even listened to
That I
yet.
haven't listened
Yeah.
to. Yeah, that's how some of these are on the show.
Typically
Like
though, like if I get 2 at a time, I will listen to them back to back.
I bought this Alice in Chains album like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
just listened to it Saturday. Yeah, yesterday. I
Yeah.
just listened to it yesterday morning. So yeah, pretty crazy, but it's a fun little collection thing. So the next episode, Kiss, Maiden, yeah, those will be involved in it, I'm
Yeah,
sure, for
definitely
me.
those 2 at least.
Those 2 at least. So, but yeah, stay tuned because
Yeah,
we'll be
if you
back
made it
with
this
more.
far,
And
definitely subscribe, like the video, comment down below. Let us know if you're collecting, what you're collecting, what are your 5 recent pickups?
yeah, what are your 5 recent pickups, or if you're about to pick them up, like it's a for sure deal? Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if we've inspired you to collect
Yeah.
because Tommy helped. He didn't. He inspired me to collect, but it was like once I started playing the records, it took off.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you in case you know who listens to
Yeah.
this, but
Oh yeah, because she's gonna listen to this.
yeah, she's not. But anyways, so yeah, thanks for listening. Get us in the algo, like, subscribe,
Yeah.
and we will see you guys and gals next time on Heels and Quads. Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies. Bye.